So I won't take up too much more of your time. I have one last question for you. I've heard through the grapevine that you may be joining us in Australia in November. What are
With luck,
you with? Yeah, fingers crossed. We'll all cross our fingers and toes. Um, what do you think you're going to do for the 15-hour flight to Australia?
oh well, I mean, I guarantee you, I'll have my laptop, so I'll probably be working on something. I'm told that my trip down there would be sometime in November.
Hmm.
Is that
That's right.
yeah?
Yeah.
Um, we'll be well and done with the season. So I mean, I usually hit. I mean, it's been like this the last few years, even on RWB. As soon as we wrap the DVD, I go into R&D. I do research, development, technology for the next show.
Hmm.
So I would assess the things that worked and didn't work based on our pipeline, and I would start looking at not only redesigning our pipeline based on what the show needs to be, but also generating the some of the assets for it, as well as thinking about well, I mean, the this season might tease a few new characters, and then I'll actually start building them for the next season or something like that. And essentially, the stuff that I can do with just my hands on my laptop versus the stuff in back in the studio where I have a whole mocap set and I start making scenes. So
Right.
I'll definitely, hell, I mean, in the 15-hour flight that it takes for me to get down there, I might have a new scene for you,
Well, that would be awesome. So this is
or
Monty's
at least
flight work.
or at least a new set of characters that we may tease at the end of the show, and I'll say, here's introducing X character that we saw on episode finale of the first volume of RWBY,
Wow.
which would be great. Honestly,
Yeah.
I always like bringing things to cons because it's a good treat for anyone who takes the time out of their day and spends the money to be at an event and meet with us live. So it's always good to do that.
Is that sort of the wow factor of being doing what you're doing? Is sort of taking this footage to conventions and rather than sort of seeing the numbers of people viewing it, but actually seeing the live reactions of people. Like, what's that like for you?
Absolutely, it's been something I've been doing for years now. Actually, ever since Haloid, I've debuted videos. As my kind of my thing was spend a few months making a video, bring it to a live event. There could be several hundred to several thousand people in a room, and they'll see all the crazy action on screen, people screaming their heads off at the amount of just grandeur that's happening, and it's not something you ever get that ever gets old. People loving your work, I mean, that'll never get old. My favorite thing this time around, though, especially at RTX, was I get on stage with my group now, includes the actresses and Miles and Carrie as well as everyone else, and various people within our audience. My favorite thing this time around was being able to share it with people because, again, it never gets old. But the best thing to be able to do is now watch other people enjoy that, which is great. Like people on my team practically in tears, or maybe some of them literally in tears, if not their parents are literally in tears. Just pride is a great thing to have and share among people because it grows. It's something that's especially good to share with others. So that's why I love working on this now because we get to grow this stuff together.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember talking to Miles a couple of days before RTX. I'm like, how are you going? Are you excited? And he's like, I'm so nervous. And then I
Yeah.
asked him again after the panel with RWBY. I was like, how do you feel now? He's like, I may have cried a little, but it's okay. That's really nice. And I mean, you guys deserve that to be able to instantly see the reactions that your show is giving people. I know for me personally, watching the RWBY trailer for the first time, I had goosebumps and it was just like this surreal kind of, wow, Rooster Teeth is really doing this. This is really awesome. So, for a lot of other people to be experiencing that too must be a really great feeling. So,
Even as the episodes release, we sit back and we say, "Wow, this is a real thing."
we're really doing this. It's really on our
Yeah, we're
company
really.
website. But that's really, really awesome. Thank you so, so much for taking the time to do this. I know you guys are in super crunch mode trying to get everything done, but I really appreciate you taking the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, another real thing that we're all looking forward to: holding that disc in our hand.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna be great.
bet. I bet. How many
Yeah,
seasons are you
it's gonna
thinking
be.
of doing of RWBY? Or is that like a not good question to ask? Not good? That's good English,
It's no,
Katie.
it's a great question to ask. For me, I've got so many up going on right now that arcs that extend years into it. But Bernie says, "Calm down. Let's get the first one done first."
Yes, it's a good philosophy.
But outlook is good at the very least. Outlook for it is very good.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for
Very,
continuing of RWBY, the continuation rather of RWBY. But yes, thank you again so much for taking the time. Please tell Kerry and Miles that I said thank you as well when you see them back in the office. But hopefully we will see you down in November, and we can all get to chat to you one-on-one personally there.
awesome.
Thanks, Monty.